Hi, it's Donna Ashton, and here we are on day 4 of the online course idea challenge. So I hope it went well for you yesterday on day 3, where I had you actually get up and walk through your process that you take your clients through and what you will be taking your clients through in your online course that you're working on. So whether you chose an introductory course or your signature system course, you still are taking your clients through some type of process in order to get them to the end result. And if you don't think you have a process, that's why we did this, because it's so much easier to create a course that has a step-by-step process to it. It's easier for you to create the course, and it's a lot easier for your client or your customer to go through and absorb the material in a step-by-step way. And that's really the way I've done my courses over the years and been very successful. And my students say that they can grasp the material, and it really becomes a lot easier for them to get the outcome and the benefits of the course. So we want to make your course great. We want to make you have raving fans and people love your courses, so they buy more and more, share it with their friends, and all of that. So okay, now on day 4, I've got the worksheets below. So if you haven't printed your worksheets, go ahead and print your worksheets out. So we're going to take what you did yesterday in day 3 on your sticky notes or whatever you used, and we're going to hone that in a little bit, and we're going to move into putting this into a little more tangible outline for your course. So on your pages, I've got your course outcome at the top. Again, I want you to keep that course outcome in front of you throughout your entire process of creating your when you're creating your program, because it will remind you that you do not have to put every single thing that you know into the course. You don't want to overwhelm your clients. You want them to get what they need in the quickest way and the easiest way, and not with a whole bunch of other stuff that takes them down rabbit holes. Okay, so on this paper, the very top, after you fill in the course outline, then it says, what is the first step you need to teach to get your clients to the outcome? So I want you to write what your very first step is in the box, right here. And you can also, if there are some other things that you have listed on the paper, so like maybe you wrote, in my example of the Facebook, create a business Facebook page, and then maybe there may be something underneath to like a subtitle, right, that you need to put under there. You can put that in the box. So maybe it's an explanation of exactly what you're going to go through there. You know, you can hone in more on your outline. These are just the big steps. But if you need to put a little something underneath that to say, oh, I need to teach this, this, and this, go ahead. So what I want you to do is continue to fill out these sheets, and I think I left up to 8 steps. If you have more, just, use the backs of the sheets, but hopefully you don't have too many steps. But if you do, we can talk about consolidating those and in the Facebook group. And on the very last page of our worksheet, I want you to redo it, and it's called the summary. So write again your course outcome, and then just use the big chunks. Don't have all the extra little words, but just use your steps. So if somebody was going to see this and say your course outcome, here's what your course is going to be about, and here are the steps. And you can only have 3 steps, or you could have 5 steps, or you could have 7 steps or 6 steps. There's no right amount of steps here. It's just the amount of steps that you need to teach to get your clients to the outcome. And if you're confused, or if you have like 35 steps, come into Facebook and we'll talk about it. If these are very large steps, that's okay, and sometimes they are pretty large steps. And depending on how you want to work your course, you can take more time to go a little bit deeper into each of these, and we can talk a little bit more about that over in Facebook. So when you get done with day 4, you are basically going to have your course somewhat of an outline here, because you've got the outcome of what you want, and then what your clients are going to get from taking the course, and then you've got your steps. So tomorrow on day 5, our final day, I'm going to talk about the course title. So it's going to help you to know your outcome and what your steps are when you go back to look at the title, because then you could say, okay, here's what this course is really about. We've already gotten some things put on the paper, so you'll have a lot better idea on how to title and name your course if you know what's going to be in your course. A lot of us think of a really great title, and when it comes down to it, it could be, oh no, that's not really what this course is about. So this is a better way to do it. And I'm going to give you a template and some really good ideas on how to come up with some really good names that will really sell and make your course profitable. So, all right, hop over to Facebook. Again, I want to see your course outline today and see what you've come up with and any challenges or questions you have through anything that we've done so far, because really we're working here and getting right into the meat of your course, and I want to make sure you're following along and you don't have any questions. So, all right, I will see you on Facebook and for tomorrow's course title template. All right, until then, bye-bye.